In this video, I'm going to share with you the 2024 Amazon fee changes and what you as a brand need to know so that you can be prepared for these updates that are coming soon. So Amazon fee changes are happening in 2024, and there's really some things that you're going to need to look at as a brand to figure out what are these new costs to make sure that you're efficient with these updates. Some of these may help you and some of these may cost you more, but this is part of the cost of selling on one of the largest platforms in e-commerce. And if you are not already on Amazon, I would encourage you, watch this video here. You can learn more about the benefits of this. And really, this is where brands are going to be even when they're on other sales channels. Amazon is the place to be. Now, a lot of the changes with fees that I'm going to share in this video are really minimal compared to when you're looking at other logistic service providers and things, especially when you think about the 1 to 2 day delivery fee that you get when you use Fulfilled by Amazon. So I do want to share with you and kind of break down some of these updates so that you're aware when you're looking at your numbers in 2024 to make sure that you are still profiting and also able to use that to then think of new growth strategies. And I really don't want this to hold you back from thinking that Amazon is, becoming too expensive, things like that. There is a cost to selling on this platform, but think about the visibility and the awareness that you're getting. Now, if you're not already running PPC on Amazon, make sure to watch my video here. It's very basic, but it helps you to understand how to start setting up those sponsored product campaigns as an example. So in 2024, you can expect an overall increase in fees, and just a lot of changes are happening. And there's a lot of different things that they're sharing, Amazon is sharing in regards to these changes and updates that you need to be aware of so that you know your numbers. Now, I'm actually in this video just going to share with you the changes and updates that are happening in the first quarter because there are so many different changes that are rolling out that I want to keep this video a little bit more concise so that you can kind of know what is most immediately coming in regards to the updates with Amazon fees in 2024. So just as a general kind of overall look at everything is you can expect overall to see about a 15-cent increase in fees per unit sold in 2024. Now, Amazon fulfillment fees for FBA, the fact that they get products to customers within 1 to 2 shipping days is pretty amazing. And so they are still overall about 70% less than other 2-day third-party providers, that are shipping things. So you really are still getting a great deal. And I definitely still think that it's worth it in 2024 to continue to leverage Amazon because of how much traffic is happening on this platform. And if you're not already on the platform, you're missing out. And we would love to help you. So feel free to comment below or reach out in the comments as well. You can email us and we can kind of help you, guide you through what you can do to get started if you're selling on other channels and you want to add Amazon into the mix as well. So let's kind of break down, and I'm going to kind of go really also by not only just first quarter, but really thinking about by dates, what's coming, the first thing that's coming. So the first date that we see a lot of updates are happening is going to be February 5th, 2024. So if you can ship your products in their own packaging, there is now a fulfillment fee discount that can really be anywhere from about 4 cents to even up to $1.32, really depending on your item size and the item weight. And that is going to be called the Ships in Product Packaging Program, or SIP for short. So that is something that you need to be aware of, and you can even think of as you're creating packaging for your products or even looking at updating this in the future. This would be a great way to think about it, and there is a reducing of fees in that. So not all of these changes are actually additional fees. Some of these are actually a decrease. So this one is an example of a discount. Now, next in February 5th, we're also seeing that Amazon is increasing their removal and disposal fees, but the liquidation fees are actually going to stay the same. So it's really going to depend on the shipping weight of your product for the removal and disposal fee. This is how it's always been. So if you sell a product, for instance, that weighs between 1 and 2 pounds for the ship weight, you'll see that that fee is going to go from about $1.46 to roughly $1.53 per unit. So $1.53 per unit for either a removal or disposal request. So for large bulky items, now this is something that's coming out as well. Amazon used to call this oversize. They're now calling it large bulky items, things like that. So that is the same tier, but you're going to see from the 1 to 2 pounds an increase from about $4.07 to about $4.30. Once again, that is per unit for a removal order or a disposal order request as well. Now, you'll typically do that, obviously, if you have product that was returned, it's now unsellable, product has expired, etc. So just keep that in mind of the updates for those. Now, February 5th, there's also going to be an increase for Amazon Prep service fees. Now, this, just to clarify, is only if you're having Amazon do any type of labeling or prep for you instead of you doing it at your warehouse before you ship it to Amazon's warehouse. So let me give you an example. Let's say you're having at Amazon's warehouse, you've been shipping it in, and they are actually bubble wrapping an item that is considered fragile glass. It was previously 80 cents for Amazon to do that per item. Now, after February 5th, it's actually going to go up to $1.04. If you use Amazon to prep inventory, you'll definitely want to take note and look at a closer look at those fees specifically, as that was just one example. Another thing could be is if you're having them label products for you at their warehouse as well. Now, February 5th, we're also going to see what's called new size band at really the 2-ounce intervals. So this is where you're really paying attention to the overall weight of your product. And, for the small standard size tiers, you're kind of looking at that interval change, whereas for the large standard items, you're looking at a 4-ounce intervals now if it's over a pound. Amazon's also, like I said before, they're introducing that new large, bulky, and extra large size tiers to replace what they currently call their oversized tier. So for instance, if it used to be called small oversized, and if it was weighing up to 70 pounds, it was 60 inches in length and 30 inches in medium size. Now that's actually going to be called large bulk, and the shipping weight is now going to be capping up to only 50 pounds with a length of 59 inches, medium size up to 33 inches. So this is something that you can use in Seller Central, the fee preview report in Seller Central, to see what your dimensional weights for the products are and if that's even going to impact your selling fees. So, I don't want to go too much in the weeds of this because you do need to look at each of your products and their weight, their dimensions, size when you're shipping that in, things like that. So just to keep that in mind though, that is another update for the categories that they're changing. Now, there is going to be a new separate inbound and outbound charges. Those are actually, they're going to be lowering their outbound fees, and inbound fees are going to be either reduced or avoided altogether. So once again, all these updates to fees are not always increases. There's some that are being reduced. So on March 1st, 2024, there's going to be a new inbound placement service fee, and it's going to be 27 cents per standard size on average. And then for large bulky items, you're looking at $1.58. Now, fees will actually then be charged 45 days after products are received. Now, March 1st, we have another update, a lot of different updates coming with fees. You're also going to be seeing a new inbound defect fee. Now, this is something new that you have not seen before. So if you are supposed to send your shipment to one location, like let's say I'm in Georgia, let's say you're supposed to send it to Georgia and you send it to, Florida instead, you're sending it to the wrong location. If it's different than what your shipping plan told you to send it to, there will be a fee that you'll incur from that. Or if you're sending a product to Amazon, like you create a shipment creation, you start that, and it doesn't arrive to Amazon within 45 days of shipment creation, then you will also be charged that new inbound defect fee. So that's something to keep in mind. Make sure that when you are creating shipments that you are then sending them in promptly. Like I said, I am really just wrapping this up for just first quarter of the big highlights of what you need to know, but you are going to have to know really what's going to impact your products and your shipping and everything like that specifically to you. But hopefully this gives you some guidance on where to look at within your Seller Central and what to be aware of so that you can make sure that 2024 is still very profitable for you on Amazon. And I think you'll want to watch my next video over here, as it'll really help you as you're thinking about how can I become and grow more sales on Amazon, become more profitable, even though there's things like this that are happening with more fees and updates to that. You always have to be innovating. So I think that you'll find this next video really helpful.